Thanks for joining today. I'm excited to sit down and talk to Garrett Small, our newest Vice President of Civil Engineering and Landscape Architecture. I'm looking forward to hearing what he has to tell us about the future of his team and the future of civil engineering for our company. There is some client base that wants to keep the vertical separate from the horizontal. What is your pitch about bringing civil in with the AE together?
I think the answer to that is, Dave, we can sell it, but let's not force it. People have to be willing and want to try this and move forward. And when they do, they're going to see how simple it is to interact with us, whether that's just one face or it's one face with all the expertise behind them. And the people who are that one point of contact know enough about everything. But most importantly, they know when to drag in the other disciplines so that we can help the client deliver on stuff where they don't even know it's a problem yet.
In this defined role as VP, how does the collaboration that you have been doing with the other sectors, the other VP leads, how do you see that evolving or changing?
I see it expanding, spending more time with each of the sector leaders, really helping them deliver on strategy, hoping we can have all of our disciplines working together for projects, but even if we can't, supporting the best way we can. So in some of the real estate development, we don't have civil yet. However, I've still spent time with architects to help site plan to make sure that we're hitting all the rules and laws when it comes to water quality and detention. So whether it's part of it or not, civil's there to support and help grow to make sure that we have the collective knowledge for it.
How you actually take that mentality of ownership mentality and relay that to your peers, to the other VPs.
I'm going to be spending much more time with them, and I have to build that rapport. And rapport or trust isn't built by one grand gesture. It just takes time. And it's a lot of little things that we need to put together to get there. So I'm going to be spending even more time with the leadership across HFA, making sure that we can partner together to help deliver holistically for HFA. And that just isn't me with the other VPs. That's with my team having the same attitudes as we reach across other teams. And the biggest thing here, Dave, that I've noticed is in the consulting world, engineers and architects often point fingers. And no, that's their problem. No, that's theirs. Here, I don't want it to be an engineer architecture problem. It has to be an HFA problem. It's an us.
So over the course of your career that's had multiple, kind of iterations, what do you look back on and say this was a pivotal point or a proud point?
There's multiple points of growth, but I really have to focus in the last couple years, Dave, and that's I've learned to check my patience, not ignore it. I understand what drives it. I can understand me and I can move forward, but a lot of that is understanding the people that I'm working with or are working for me. And we can't talk logic, which in my head screams all the time, like this is the way to go, it's how we move forward. But you can't have those discussions until the person you're with feels heard, until they know that they have a voice, a seat at the table, and then all of a sudden logic is key, and that's where real growth happens. But leadership starts with listening.
So when you look at your career, I'll kind of ask a two-part question. One part, what would you tell yourself knowing what you know now with your experience? And then you've got young people on your team, and then we have young people in this company. What advice would you give them?
Emotions matter. We're emotional beings. We're wired that way. That's how we are. But we can't talk logic until we've worked through those emotions and understand those emotions. And for most people, that means being heard, being seen, which is empathy. For people nowadays, depending on where they are in their career, I'd say that. But from a young person, I'll say when I look at people and I look at Runway, I look at two things. I look at work ethic and I look at intellectual curiosity. Keep those two, keep learning, keep trying to better yourself, and that's how you start your career and that's how you continually improve.
Man, I really enjoyed the conversation today. I learned a lot from you, and I appreciate you taking the time to sit down and share that with me.
Yeah, thanks, Dave. Love to do it again sometime soon.
Yeah, I'm excited about where we're going.
Just getting started.
That's right, just getting started.